Hello, welcome back to Oops All Archers FE8 the LTC. Today we're going to be doing Chapter 17, which is River of Regrets. I once again don't need to do anything in the overworld maps, so let's just head straight in. Cutscene, please skip. So in vanilla FE8, this map is a one-turn by warping your designated boss killer far enough, who can then move into range so they can enemy phase the boss, who in this case is not Lyon, but rather Tacomeat. I think rather fittingly. As a sniper, he obviously has sure shot, and he has both a shining bow and a brave bow. If we obviously kill him with, well, he's got the shining bow equipped, then we'll get the brave bow back, which is quite nice. So in terms of the points of interest on this map, Cyrene is here. We actually don't need to talk to her to recruit her, since she starts here as a green unit. This means that so long as she survives the map, we will be able to recruit her, for sure. So we're not going to be talking to her at all, we're just going to be going and killing Tacomeat. Other points of interest are this hero here has a Brave Axe, which we will be able to get in the one-turn clear. And this mage here has a guiding ring, which we will not be able to get in the one-turn clear. There is also a stealable Draco shield from this berserker, but we're not going to be able to get that either because we have to use our warp uses for something else. In terms of the units that we're going to bring, we can literally undeploy anyone who is not a flyer, or Dusel, or Natasha, and we also need to bring along Tethys for Rally Spectrum, and Calm's Rally Speed will help at some things as well. In terms of our deployment, we are going to have Gilliam as our boss killer. Dusel just going to move somewhere closer so that he can definitely reposition him over. And let's just have them move like so. Right, this all looks good, apart from one thing. We now finally get to use the boots. I didn't use them in Chapter 16 because it didn't help to save any turns, but this map, we do need Gilliam to be able to move more than 8 move, and we'll be able to demonstrate why very shortly. Right, first of all we just have Calm, Rally Speed, Vanessa. This is because although she has 23 speed, which is enough on paper to be able to double these enemies over here, she gets weighed down by 5 by the Javelin because it has 11 weight. This hero rolled down on speed, so 14 speed she can double, but 15 she cannot. So the only way to guaranteed kill this here hero is to make sure that she gets rally speeded by Calm. This allows her to double, and therefore kill. Now Cormac just flies over here, and we're gonna get the Brave Axe, because we can. Tethys has to rally Spectrum Natasha. This means that her magic is increased by 2, giving us an extra tile of warp range. This itself is not actually that helpful, because with the boots, Gilliam now has enough move to be able to get to where I want him to be. Now, just for a bit of extra experience that we definitely don't need, let's just go kill these bozos. And now, the actually important part is to reposition, and then to warp. And we get another level. So the reason why Gilliam needs to have the boots is because his full move allows him to reach here, which allows him to javelin down Tacomeat. If Natasha had one more warp range, then with the power of the longbow, we could stand on this, we can move to this tile and kill Tacomeat instead. However, that's not possible because the energy ring, although it says that it works on magic or strength, because magic and strength have been split, it now only works on strength. So that's an interesting quirk of this split. Anyway, although he has the Shining Bow equipped by default, if you look at that, Gilliam does not care. Gilliam has 22 resistance, and with the Shining Bow, Tacomeat has exactly 22 attack, and the Shining Bow is not flyer effective. This means that this is completely safe to do. So, there's no real reason why we wouldn't just kill him on enemy phase, because we could just attack someone else for some experience, but, well, we're not able to get, for instance, Velveter off of this enemy here, I don't think. And also, we wouldn't have anyone who could use it anyway, because it's Anima and it's Atomes, so we really don't care. Because Tacomeat has Sure Shot, there's technically a chance that he could attack with the Brave Bow and hit Gilliam both times, killing him, so we're just going to do this now. And that's a pretty classic one-turn clear of River of Regrets. So now we get Nidhogg and Vidofnir. No one can use Nidhogg because no one has S-bows. But we do have someone who can use Vidofnir. We also get the Rescue Staff, which I can't seem to find any actually relevant use for in the remainder of this run. Right, so that's a pretty short episode of Oops All Archers FE8. However, the egg map was a real pain, and is why I had to do a lot of planning for both Chapter 16, this chapter, and the chapters that are remaining. So, to be honest, now that I've planned out Chapter 18, the rest of this run is a rather foregone conclusion. Still, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you for Egg Map, which brought me great pain, and the rest of the run. Have a good one.